Welcome to Miami. You may have noticed that over the past 2 years, I've been partnering with audiology management consultancy Audigy on our HearingLoss.com project. HearingLoss.com is an information hub for individuals with hearing loss and their family members. It also has a fantastic guided hearing experience to evaluate your hearing and allows you to find a HearingLoss.com certified professional in your area who is committed to following comprehensive audiologic best practices and giving you an excellent patient experience at the same time. The reason why I went to Miami is to help promote HearingLoss.com certification to Audigy members. Audigy has their Team Summit every 2 years, and the first time I attended their summit was back in 2014 when I was still a student. And this year marked their 20th anniversary of providing management consulting services to their members. Together with Audigy leadership, we are on a mission to get as many of their members HearingLoss.com certified as possible so you can be confident that you will have access to the highest quality hearing care professionals in the world. So we kick things off with our main stage rehearsal sessions the day before the big event, because of course the Audigy leadership and myself wanted to make sure that our main stage talks in front of the massive member audience was as perfect as possible. I also had the chance to catch up with some old friends and colleagues who at this point are pretty much like family. On the big day, the anticipation and excitement was palpable, with over 600 members in attendance. All that was left to do is to get some caffeine running through our veins, which honestly we probably didn't need, but with the 3-hour time difference between Arizona and Miami, it definitely didn't hurt. And of course, we had to get mic'd up in preparation for the big talk. Kicking things off was VP of Organizational Development, Keith Suits, who quite honestly could be a stand-up comedian in another life or even a WWE ring announcer, and perhaps even both. After a few inspiring talks from Audigy President Kim Gilmore, who spoke about the goals and importance of serving our local community, and Audigy founding partner and CEO Mason Walker, who spoke about the importance of also serving our digital community, I was up. Honestly, it's crazy to think that just 10 short years ago as a student, I sat in this very audience in awe, gaining inspiration from the speakers on the main stage. I never in a million years thought that I would be speaking on the very same stage, promoting best practices to better serve our patients and encouraging members to become HearingLoss.com certified. Overall, I have to say, it was a resounding success. Team Summit also had some excellent keynote talks from Ryan Estes, who's an entrepreneur and leadership expert who spoke about delivering value and winning customers in the new economy. Kyle Scheel, famous accidental TikToker who was known for being a champion of crazy ideas, including organizing a marathon event that nobody actually ran in and called it the greatest race that never happened. Trust me, you'll want to check it out for yourself. And Phil Gwokey, CEO of Bridgeworks, who spoke about generational differences and how each generation is capable of remarkable accomplishments. All of their talks were excellent, and I highly recommend you go to each one of their websites to check them out for yourself. Outside of the main stage presentations, there was a ton of great breakout sessions, including one that I gave to members about why they should join the HearingLoss.com mission, and from other HearingLoss.com certified members like Chelsea Walters and Jennifer Laborde, who gave one of the best sessions I have ever had the chance to see, to a packed room discussing how to incorporate test box measures, which is a best practice procedure, into your clinic. I could not be more proud of these two rock stars and their commitment to best practice audiologic care. As the event came to an end, I took the opportunity to interview numerous HearingLoss.com certified providers to ask them why they were so excited about what we were doing with HearingLoss.com, and here's what some of them had to say. All right, Jennifer, it's been super exciting hanging out with you this week, but what I'm really interested to hear is what you're most excited about when it comes to HearingLoss.com.
I think HearingLoss.com is super exciting, and it's a great resource for patients to be able to easily find providers across the country that not only follow best practices, but also follow patient-centered care. And it's just a great place for them to go to find great
All about
care.
a great experience and make sure you're hearing your absolute best. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
HearingLoss.com is a great resource for patients. They can be anywhere in the country. They can find the nearest certified practice. Anyone that finds a provider there, they can be confident that they're going to be receiving best practices. Research has shown that patients that receive best practices, they have the best results.
Being able to educate patients, they have a choice in how they get their hearing care. There's a right way to fit a hearing aid, and so being able to educate them about how they have choices and being able to pick a provider who does things the right way.
Absolutely, I could not agree more. Thank you so much. It's great seeing you.
You too.
What I'm most excited about, and when I think about There's so much misinformation and disinformation out there. And I think from a patient perspective, if they're trying to figure out what's the truth, what do I do? I have, either for me or for my loved one, I don't really know what to do. Then hearingloss.com is the perfect place to say this is trusted information that's going to educate me, let me know what to look for in a really crowded marketplace. So
Love it, absolutely. And thank you so much for being part of the team.
thanks.
So hearingloss.com is helping my staff to provide the best patient care that you could get. Just plain and simple. It's one set standard that you're going to provide this level of care no matter what. So whether a patient sees me or they see one of my staff, they're getting the same level of care.
I'm most excited for patients to have an accurate, reliable information source on the internet. The internet's full of misinformation, so I'm most excited for them to actually have a reliable source to learn about hearing loss.
Well, one of the reasons that I love hearingloss.com is that it's a great place for patients and their loved ones to find information about hearing loss and find providers in their area that follow best practices.
I love it. I could not agree more. Thank you so much. I'm sure we'll be having you on more often.
Thank you.
It really comes down to patient education. There's so much misinformation out there, and patients don't know where to go or what to think. And I love the information that's on there because it gives them the building blocks that they need to make a good decision when finding a provider and when looking for hearing health care.
Absolutely love it. Love having you on board.
I think the most exciting thing is that patients can finally find information that's reliable and accurate about hearing loss, because there's so much information out there that will be misleading. I'm so proud to be a part of hearingloss.com because I think that patients, when they start to notice that they have a hearing loss, they go to find information, and there's a lot of bad actors out there. But if they really look at the science and they rely on professionals who are trained in audiology, that they will find the information that's going to help them the most to be successful and connect with their relatives. And so I really encourage people to go to the website and just find out for themselves what information is there, and then it will lead them to the resources they need to be successful.
I couldn't agree more.
Right?
I mean, that is our entire mission, to make sure people are educated about what their options are and to find an excellent hearing care professional like yourself.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for sharing with that, and I'm
I
sure this won't be the
appreciate
last time we do this. One thing that became very clear to me when I was interviewing each of these hearingloss.com certified providers is the fact that every single one of them worried more about what was best for the patient, not what was best for themselves. I asked the same question to Audigy President Kim Gilmore and CEO Mason Walker, and here's what they had to say. Kim Gilmore, President of Audigy.
Hi, Cliff.
So it's been a really exciting week. A lot of stuff has been going on, but what I'm most interested in is what you're most excited about when it comes to hearingloss.com.
I am most excited about the momentum we have behind hearingloss.com to bring the best care to the patients that are out there in the marketplace. And I believe that we truly have a website that answers the most important questions when it comes to finding the right provider.
Couldn't agree more. Kim, thank you so much for having us
welcome.
out. This has been super exciting.
Wonderful.
Mason Walker, one of the original founders of Audigy. It's been a fantastic week getting to talk with basically all of the hearingloss.com certified providers. Everyone's super inspired by the training, the messaging, for one singular purpose: to bring excellent patient care to our patients. But I want to hear from you, what has you most excited about hearingloss.com?
So when we look at hearingloss.com, to me it's a beacon of what is possible. It's a beacon of what still exists and the opportunity to be able to give the gift of hearing healthcare. And it represents a community that is absolutely invested in the highest quality, highest value, and the highest touch quality of care that could be offered today in hearing healthcare. So today, what we represent as hearingloss.com is both in the education, the awareness, the content, but also in the commitment that we are going to do everything we can to make sure that the network associated with hearingloss.com is truly invested and committed to the highest level of care for the patient, their family, and those referral sources that want to trust in a platform, trust in a community, and in return trust in a network of doctors and professionals across the country that will do whatever it takes to give that patient the gift they deserve in hearing healthcare.
When I ask every single provider that I've had on this blog here, what they were most excited about when it came to hearingloss.com, it was nothing about themselves. It was everything about the patients that are out there. And so you can see the passion that everybody has in making sure that everyone with hearing loss has the best treatment outcome humanly possible.
At the end of the day, we are honored to be able to team up with you and what you are bringing to the, I would say, to the patient of today, but the patient of tomorrow is the ability to be educated and aware of what they should seek and the gift of hearing healthcare. So the honor is ours as well, brother.
Thank you, Mason.
Let's go out and make some magic.
Overall, Audigy Team Summit in Miami was a fantastic experience. Ashley and I got to spend some quality time together. I got to hang out with my friend and colleague, Dr. Amika Salia, and my good friend Mason Walker, along with his amazing family, including his wife, Ashley, their kids, Preston, Grayson, Victoria, and Charlotte. It's so good to be able to catch up with people that I just haven't seen in such a long time. To finish things off, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Audigy's leadership for welcoming Ashley and I into their family and for helping us spread the message of best practices to their members. I'm super excited for what's to come, not just for this partnership, but ultimately for anyone who has hearing loss. Of course, stay tuned to the channel and hit that like and subscribe button. And while you're at it, check out hearingloss.com and let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.